typical, fairly authoritarian way, they did a very good job of suppressing the virus. There may have been a lot of individual rights that were violated there, but the overall macro effect that they achieved is kind of amazing. They had the benefit that it was really Hubei, 60 million people, and they brought in the health resources, 1.4 billion, and their ability to build hospitals very, very quickly and force compliance with masks and various other things. But they've kept the virus numbers to very low levels compared to most countries.
Do you think the fact that China went into this very strict lockdown very quickly set the tone for the way other countries responded? Because that was not really part of the epidemiological playbook before.
No, you're absolutely right. I live in infectious diseases and how you stop them. And so when we were first talking about the shutdown,
why?
I was like, wow, we're really going to do this. Are people really willing to do this?
Can I say this? So without even touching the subject that he's talking about, like if you hear, when I first heard that there was gonna be like shutdowns, like let's just say you came to my house and said like, hey, you're a plumber, and you go, hey, we're going to be working on the water. Hey, we're going to be working on the water main. We're going to be shutting down the water. Like anytime you're shutting down something I like, my first response wouldn't be, wow, that's like incredible. Like crazy. That's like,
whoa.
Look
at what you've done. It's so cool that you're able to do that. Just shut off my water. So cool. What the hell is he talking about? He's like, forget about the human rights violations that they do, but like they did really well at locking people down against their will.
Yeah.
So,
it was like I was waiting for him. Like
kudos.
Can we not agree on the insanity of that though? That like you have this man, Bill Gates, who's a multi-billionaire, and this is proof that money doesn't satisfy you, because whenever you get to the apex of finances, the next step up is power and consolidation of power. And I've once heard it said that the game of life is like climbing up a ladder, and you're always one step below the next person above you. So what you see is their butt, and you want to get up to their level and see what they can see.
Yes.
And once you get up there, there's just another butt above you and another butt. And once you get to the very top, the only one above you is God. And so the only thing that you can do then is try to become like God.
I would only assume he would. Wouldn't he have the best butt? Don't give me that. These are facts. But yeah, my thing, like when he said that in the interview, get these things out of my face. He was like, I'm all into the vaccines and epidemics and stuff. And I'm like, why, dude? You made computers. Why are you in this field? Get out. You have no business being in this area. What are you doing? You made computer software. Like, stop.
He's like, dude, you remember Minefield, right? That game on your computer? Yeah. So I got
bro. Solitaire.
He did give us.
Why don't
he did give us
play
the
solitaire because I killed everyone in your family.
But the pinball machine, what game was very good in Windows? I gotta say,
bro,
the pinball machine.
I love that game.
Like I would give him credit. I don't know if he did that, but that did change my childhood.
Bro, it was a hard blow, man. When they took that off of Windows, and you couldn't play it anymore.
Yeah,
it was tragic, bro.
And now I just tragically have to use PCs because I don't have a choice because I run a show. I don't know if you're like that. Are you like that too on Mac versus PC argument? Like I have no choice but to use PCs or like Windows. I have to use Windows.
Macs. I hate Macs. I've used them. I've used both. I just hate the operating system and how it is. I just don't like it. So I like Windows. Actually, I want to get into Linux. I know how like a little cringy that is. A little bit for people to go, oh, well, I only use Linux, man. What are you plebs using Windows and Mac? I use Linux, but it does sound like it's way better. So I might have to start trying to use that.
Yeah, me too.
And you can install Windows or Mac browsers in Linux, so you can feel like you're
I didn't know
using an inferior product.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but you know what? What was really funny was traveling countries with a custom-built PC in its own suitcase and just praying to God that like a $15,000 computer didn't blow up traveling in the air, and then seeing it in person and then going, praise God, and realizing like everything in this country actually is like 4 times the price. So like a little stream deck, you know, is like $500 or whatever, you know, where it just doesn't make any sense.
insane.
It just doesn't make any sense out here. So I was really glad that I brought it because I had to replace my monitors because they broke in transit. And then I got 24-inch monitors, not nice, LG, and they were like $479 each for like cheap monitors. So it's almost $1,000 just to replace monitors. But I will say, I brought up that meme like you said about him. It's like, I learned a word today, philanthropath. It's a philanthropath as a psychopath masquerading as a philanthropist. And I feel like that's what he is. He's a philanthropath, meaning he just has a bunch of money and now he wants to use it. Like he's
bored. What does he do other than manipulate people's lives?
Right. He's too rich to even transition. He's too like transitioning is what he's doing for poor people. It's just like causing chaos and mayhem. But to yourself, he's not doing it to himself. He's doing it to other people. And he was on Epstein Island. So we can just leave it there.
That too. Don't forget about that.